Welcome, everybody, to the Breachers VRML preseason week number 4. My name is Nightfire with 2 E's. I will be your sole conductor in today's journey into the Breachers sphere. Top-tier competitive teams battling it out this afternoon. Pure VATO LOCO versus Tactical Nerds. Pure VATO LOCO winning all 3 of their matches, losing their first match against Rush. Arguably a team that a lot of people have said is going to be one of those top squads that we're going to keep an eye on. Now called Almost Zero. But they've then won their last 2 games, winning all 3 maps in their series. They're going to be facing up against Tactical Nerds, who have played a substantial amount of games already in these first 4 weeks. Missing their first game of the season against OP, they have gone on to challenge 3 teams. So they've played 5 matches, won 3, lost 2. Seems to be their overall record. The 3 they've won, they won all 3 maps. So we're in for what I expect to be a pretty solid, even matchup, although I do believe when we look at the community votes, most of the community has faith in Tactical Nerds this afternoon. 23 votes going to Tactical Nerds, 5 going to Pure VATO LOCO. And if you are just tuning in and you don't know what I'm talking about, this is the VRML. It is a VR esports league. It is for the game Breachers, which is a 5 versus 5 military shooter, search and destroy style game where you are breaching into a specific map or a space, trying to defuse one of 2 objectives. The attacking team is doing that. The defending team is trying to prevent that from happening. First team to 7 points wins the map. We play 3 maps out in a best-of-3 series, and at the end of the day, we're crowned with a champion. That winner goes up in rank in the regular season ladder or down in rank, and then next week they get matched against with an opponent of similar rating to them. So, essentially, this is ranked team competitive VR 5 versus 5. It's an exciting bit of gameplay to tune into, and we're happy to have everyone on board. If you are tuning in on YouTube, we appreciate you. We're also live on X Stadium, an app you can download on the Quest or Quest 2 right now for free. You can watch these games on a movie theater-sized screen with other people in the lobby. It's a really cool way to enjoy the action. I'm going to go ahead and give the players the ready, speaking of action. And we should be diving in to round number 1 soon here. Again, a shout-out to everyone tuning in on both platforms. And a quick shout-out to our sponsors, ProTube VR, HyperX, sorry, I had a brain fart there, Triangle Factory, and Arma coming together and supporting the VRML and providing us with these preseason and Season 1 for Breachers. Taking a look at the active rosters for the afternoon over on Pure VATO LOCO. We have Easy Wee, Fed, Ivans, Adrian, GE, and Virus. Over on Nerds, so the Tactical Nerds, we have GTST, Wizard, Gecko, 1CU, Toxin, and XV.exe. For our active rosters of the afternoon, you will see on these rosters beneath me, though, they have more than the 5 that are playing in lobby. That being the reason there so that they can substitute players in for specific maps, or if they need to bring in a sub, they can. It's smart to have these extra players on that roster for those specific needs, because we've seen teams just yesterday that didn't have the full roster available for them, and it really did impact them in that first map they played. Team OP losing that map 1. Ultimately, though, a solid bit of back and forth that we did get to tune into, and I do expect this series to be quite good. Both teams in lobby, ready to go, everyone readied up. XV on the Tactical Nerd side hits the start button, and we are going in to round number 1 on map number 1. On the left, Pure VATO LOCO, they'll be defending. On the attack, we have Tactical Nerds. Our first round filled with pistols and a slight bit of utility. Our first objective, the gym, on the bottom floor. A couple of breach points you can see immediately here. Oftentimes, teams will sync up and coordinate their efforts to breach through into the gym, also while taking control of the garage, so they can secure the hatch drop down into the position that you see EasyWee holding. You then take control of this position, you breach in through this door, and you have B wide open. It's a tactical, common strategy we've seen unfolding for some higher tier teams. The other alternative is to push A site. Honestly, something I feel like I see less of, but teams do. I feel like the defense doesn't often really set up too heavily for an A site breach. And as you can see, these A walls are wide open. There is a door blocker, but they're going to be able to knock that down and breach and open up both walls on A here. Virus has to hold things down, and they do at least find one. Gecko scoops up another. EMP plant's coming down, and the retake is going to have to come through. On the defensive side, XV pops out for the shots. A nice kill. Defense on the backside from Wizard. Gecko holds things down, and Adrian's alone on the outside. They get taken down by GTST, and Tactical Nerds pull off a very successful round number 1. The community seemingly spot on who is going to be leading this series this afternoon. Was our most voted on match to tune into, though, and while it certainly was a good round 1, it doesn't mean doom and gloom for Pure VATO LOCO. They were, again, set up pretty heavily on B, and the retakes just did not work out for them. Maybe now they know the level of focus that's coming in on the Tactical Nerds side. So used to at this point, at least in the last 2 weeks, of just winning. But this Tactical Nerds team, they have been, again, playing a lot. 3 challenge matches over the course of 3 weeks. Playing as many games as they can after missing their first one. Certainly showed there on that pistol approach. See how they do taking over garage, which is not guarded. They're going to allow the setup here at B. Virus sitting up on the top floor, and this is a very fast push into B. No time being wasted from this team. A nice flash on the backside. Casts Adrian's out, but that nade comes in, and it's a double kill through the breach door. They pop up for the triple. Adrian clutches the save. One goes down on the other end. XV goes down as Easy peeks out, and GTST is suddenly alone on the pistol round. They get 1. They get 2. 2 more left. A wild ride. Virus might be looking for for their 4th. Yeah, they didn't get that. They're not going to get the ace, but they may rotate back here. Easy will scoop up that kill. And a huge clutch nade popping up on that breach to find the kills. An absolute massive shutdown from Virus. Tactical Nerds right back, or excuse me, Pure VATO LOCO right back into this one off of that play alone. See a couple of folks hanging out in chat. We do appreciate you stopping by. J Twins, Darnell, some random dad, Nathan Bales, Ryan. Appreciate you all jumping in and enjoying the action here this afternoon. Again, we are also live on X Stadium, an app you can download on your Quest or Quest 2. You can enjoy these games live on a movie theater-sized screen. Really cool way to take in the action. I would recommend checking it out. You can also enjoy it with other friends in VR. So, full buy round for round 3. Both teams going all the way. RCPs and Orals coming in. A Vezin or 2. No, just one. Not an ideal buy for Pure VATO LOCO, but they do start things off nicely. The lobby is breached, but not before chaos unfolds on site. 2 going down for 2. We're into a 3v3 now, and it looks like the focus will be breaching into A. Ivans has rotated around to set up for the defense. They'll need more. Fed can't pop in. And they'll really need Virus to swing around and hit the flank. Ooh, and Ivans almost gets popped. There they are. The shot's connecting for Toxin. GTST is holding from this flank from Virus that comes in and gets shut down, and now PVL's alone. The plant coming in. PVL finds one over the top. Looks for more of the long distance shots with the RCP. Not going to be easy to secure. 200 for the EMP plant and a round win into the pockets of Tactical Nerds. And one thing we've been talking about in the casting channel is that the double loss actually gets you 500 more cash. So you actually get 2,000 on a loss if you've lost 2 times or more in a row. It does not increase sequentially, but it's something I really haven't noticed when teams have lost back-to-back. To that end, we have not had a back-to-back loss yet, so they're not getting that extra benefit, technically, of a double loss. Granted, you're losing twice, so is the benefit, you know what I mean? But they're not getting that extra cash. So it's 1,500 on a loss, 2,500 on a win, 2,000 on your second loss in a row. So it has to be in a row. We're back to Jim. And just watching the setup phase here. Static emitters, door blockers, everything pretty kosher, honestly. What you would expect out of a setup on the defense. Pretty meta, I suppose, is the word I should be using. Wow, and an instant breach down in. Taking control. Look at the synchronization from Tactical Nerds as they do push into B. Breaching it wide open. 1 or 2 kills coming over the top, but a nice bit of teamwork here as the flank comes in. Ivan's on the retake here. Popping out from stairs. Virus going to be swinging back over the top, and where's the EMP? Because that's up next on the plant. 1CU does push up to pick it up. Ivan's not able to shut that down. Shots do come over the top towards Wizard, though. 1CU is able to plant as Virus puts shots over the top. Can't connect there. Tactical Nerds deploy a very solid tactical push. Adrian, where are they? On the second floor. They've caught a kill out. Oh, and over the top. Wizard Gecko doesn't turn in time. We're into a 1v1. The retake here in the battle. Adrian has the Omen, not a equal match to Wizard, and Wizard just has to hit the headshots, pops back out for more, and finally gets the final kill they need to lock in round number 4. That was a very nice coordinated push coming in from Tactical Nerds. And they've been showing that all every single attack round, honestly. It ultimately came down to a pretty clutch bit of utility usage from pure VATO LOCO that got them the round they have now. Economy not ideal. Buys okay. 2 Vezins and 2 Orals of RCP. They're managing their economy well enough to be able to at least buy into a couple of rifles. Up against 5 Vezins, though, and fully equipped Tactical Nerds. Will be breaching in from what seems to be a site. Virus on the inside corner tries to get the kill there for Wizard Gecko, but cannot peek all the way through. A very nice pickup there from Virus. Ultimately does back off the angle, and XV and 1C are in here. Virus is looking for shots, but there are so many attackers in this open space. The swing there from Toxin finds the kill. In the chaos, more have gone down, and now it's all up to Fed on objective and Adrian on the flank. See how this flank goes. It depends on how they execute. You know, it really has to be timed properly. Audio transmitter is giving away some location. Fed is essentially being pushed in on. Oh, and they find the headshot. Utilizing the Cadillo, the one-shot rifle. And in that chaos, there was a trade, so one CU is up against Adrian in a 1v1. EMP on the floor. Minute 30 left. And one CU finds the shots with the Vezin over the top. EMP gets planted all the way through for 200 into their pockets. And Tactical Nerds, again, squeak away with a round. I mean, this has been close down to the wire for what feels like every round so far. The tough spot that Pure VATO LOCO find themselves in is this is round 6. So after this, all the money's gone, and they reset their economy. They're only able to buy into I mean, weapons that are in comparison to the Vezin not as good. Not as accurate at range, don't do as much damage. They're still effective tools, and if used well, they can be pretty surprisingly effective. The RCP in particular in these close quarters is a very solid weapon. And it looks like they could be able to get that advantage from the RCP. Close quarters out the gate. Virus finds the kill. Wizard's going to barrel through. And both have relocated here. This is risky, especially if GT pops this. It's a Viper coming in from Adrian, I believe. And the entry is here. Virus in the tight corner. Goes down, pops up to find the shots. Breach in through from one CU, and again, good coordination on the entry. Tactical Nerds looking tactical as they find Fed. Ivan's the last one to defend. Might be able to spring a trap onto GT, but they are prepped and ready. They find the final kill, and we swap sides going into round 7. After 6, the economy resets to square one, and the teams swap sides. It's now Pure VATO LOCO on the attack and Tactical Nerds on the defense. Pure VATO LOCO have a couple of rounds to get some momentum on the attack here as well. Hideout in particular already has several strategies developed for it that we've seen executed well on, in particular this push into B site. I do wonder how Pure VATO LOCO will be able to sync up here on this entry, because this is going to be what seems to be their play. They do have one more, and we're just going to pop over to the other side real quick because we could see an early fight here. Oh, and look at that. Ivan's ready for the aggression. That was a beautiful read. Very nicely prepped from Pure VATO LOCO. Almost, I mean, they're not showcasing their knowledge right there. Toxin takes 1 or 2 shots and then rotates off. They are pinged out. And they may be running into Ivan's on that upper floor soon, but for now, they are going to be able to get over to the hatch. Opening up B as well. And Ivan's starting to work their way. Oh, they're still on the outside. Toxin has rotated around. 1CU catches Adrian. Trying to find some picks. Toxin up here, a threat. And Fed looking for those shots and gets the support they need from Ivans. Another kill coming in from Ivans through the hatch down towards objective. Puts him into 1v2, a nice nade, backs GTST off. Flash comes down. I don't believe that hits GT. They're waiting for the breach down in through the hatch here. Oh, on the backside, Wizard rotating. Catches one. Ivan's able to at least find the refrag. I continue to wait to see if Ivans is going to push down through the hatch here. They're looking for a health syringe or utility. And they find a flash. Interesting. What is the play? 48 seconds left. We'll go on board Ivans and follow them along their rotation to what seems to be maybe an A hatch drop. I have the foam. Whoa. Flash comes in. Double flash. Oh, and they blind themselves on the second one. They still go for the push down, and GTST's on the backside. Ivans crouches in time. Pops up for the double headshot. What a beauty. Round one, the pistols clutched by Ivans. Pure VATO LOCO sticking in it. Quiet setup phase here. Uh-oh. Looks like a disconnect coming through on Pure VATO LOCO's end. Oh, that's tough. This bot's just going to barrel in. Does some damage to Wizard, but yeah, that's not what Pure VATO LOCO need off of there. Big round win. They need Ivans to find kills through the hatch like they did right there. Adrian looking to clear in, and there's several inside the main lobby. Toxin in a very solid spot. Finds the headshot with the Taurus. Looking for Virus next. Does get tagged up good, though. That'll force the rotation off. Through the static emitters, back to the team. 4 still left. Only 3 after, unfortunately, having that disconnect. They have had that player connect back in, so it won't happen for next round. But they needed this one. They needed every round to be going forward here, to be honest. They've really slowed down this round. Where's the rest of the team? Virus working their way up. Ivan's on the backside. A drone would be certainly nice right here, but not coming in. Gecko takes some shots over the top. I don't even know if they know that virus is there or not, but a trap is sprung, and Wizard pushing up, catches a double on the stairs. Tactical Nerds take the round 6-2, and Pure VATO LOCO, again, that unfortunate disconnect, I think, ultimately really going to hurt them. They are now going to go into this next round less than ideal economy. Not really going to be able to full buy much, and they'll need to spend everything because they need to win this round. They can't really afford to buy into a pit to just go pistols or save. It's going to be tough. A B setup as well. It doesn't look like... I thought for a second. Yeah, Riarpa can't even buy into anything because the bot spent all their money last round. It is rough. Really getting punished there. Oh, that's something. Oh, an over-aggression on the outside again costs them their life. Fed catches a kill. Toxin thinking about pushing out. Tactical Nerds wanting to just secure this victory. Virus tucked in the smoke, waiting for any further pushes out the doorway. Ultimately, there won't be, and on the other side, we still have a patient Pure VATO LOCO squad waiting. Not a bad idea, considering what they've seen so far. An attempt. Riarpa's going to peek out. Looks for the frag, but there's GTST on the overwatch. Nicely supporting their team. Virus catches two, pushing into A, and has A in their control. Fed battling against Toxin, keeping them occupied. But neither of them with an EMP in hand. And Marui, it looks like, for Virus. Oh, no, it's a Viper, excuse me. Oh, and Toxin's in. A nice pickup again for Virus. It's a 1v1. GTST alone at B, and they're able to tuck in where they are because they have the EMP down. So they know that if Virus wants to win this round, they have to either kill GTST or get this EMP. You can see guess pings coming in from the team where they suspect that this GTST could be. And Virus is going to be taking a little bit of a peek as they vault over. GTST finds the kills. They take map number 1, 7-2. And a solid victory for Tactical Nerds to kick off the 3-map series. Still a very good fight with some very good plays. I think this might have been the only replay I caught, but Ivan's getting Pure VATO LOCO their second round with a very nice crouch down into a stand-up turn with a double headshot to win that. Very nicely done. I'll go ahead and let them know that we can jump into map 2 whenever they're done voting on it. Not sure where we're headed, but we have Skyscraper and Factory left. I bet we're headed to Factory. And I'm right. Map 2 chosen. Factory is where it will be played out. Tactical Nerds starting on the defense. And Pure VATO LOCO on the attack, unless they swap everything up on me before we get going. Take a quick look at the stats on these squads this afternoon. 10 and 8 for Ivans. Definitely shooting well for Pure VATO. Tactical Nerds, 11 and 4 for Wizard. 10 and 6 for GTST. Wizard definitely doing well in that series. Overall kills coming in from everyone. VRML did find some kills there, but they disconnected, so their stats reset when they came back in. Either way, a solid opening for Tactical Nerds. They are very clearly very coordinated on their attacks. And we see Pure VATO LOCO definitely have the ability to challenge that coordination. But not an easy task, especially with how well Tactical Nerds are executing on these pushes. Does look like we may have a sub coming in here. They have dropped GTST. They may either be subbing in someone else or just doing a reset technically. So, a bit of a delay before we get back into the action for map number 2. And it is a sub. N-Dog coming in. And then leaving. Very interesting. Not the sub they wanted, I suppose. But we started the round. And the team seemed ready, I guess, once they had their 5th in. But then they didn't connect. I'm not there they are. And okay. It is N-Dog. Okay, they're back in. And we're jumping into round 2. Thanks for watching the same replay over and over. I'll try and get more of this round so that the highlight's a little bit more exciting. But we do have a full Tactical Nerds roster. The sub coming in from the Tactical Nerds side, I do believe. Yeah, N-Dog is on their roster. They're just not repping the. Oh, they dropped out to change their tag at the front to Tactical Nerds. That makes sense. They're back in, though, and it's a full Tactical Nerds squad battling it out on defense with Pure VATO LOCO pushing in already onto the A side. Adrian breaching here. They could be setting up for the breach as well through the storage room. Virus has found 1 kill already. I'm not sure where they're. Oh, they're really quite spread out on their entry here. Flash doesn't connect. Nade follow-up. Not through the doorway. And Gecko with a nice bit of counter aggression shuts down the push. Toxin headshots through the window. And Pure VATO LOCO are in a bit of a bind. Snake Toss does get some good damage onto XV, but a 1v4 ahead here, and Toxin not finding the headshot, but doing some damage. Wizard trying to huck a nade. Ultimately, that nade bounces back down and does more damage to them than it does their enemy. N-Dog will kick things off in their first round in map 2 with a headshot on the pistol round, and Tactical Nerds lock in a 1-0 lead on defense. And much like I can't remember who it was on the attack yesterday. This Pure VATO LOCO team seems to prefer the entry from all sides style. It is a little bit more challenging to organize, and ultimately your team really has to be well coordinated to execute it. Either that or, in my opinion, this strategy obviously lends itself more to the individual skill than the team coordination. Different choices of strategy and how teams like to play. From how these players have been playing, we're really not seeing what we're seeing with Tactical Nerds, where it's that full team push coordination. In my opinion, by spreading out, you make the headshots much more valuable. And Tactical Nerds are not really missing shots. No movement on A's side. Already one gone down here. Wizard Gecko and once you are throwing out some heavy aggression. Ivan's concerned about, well, should be concerned about several attackers here. That nade doesn't go all the way around. Multiple flashes coming over the top, and Ivan pushes to get headshot twice by XV. On the other side, the rotations are coming through. A 1-for-1 trade there. Virus and Fed gonna try and work things together, but ultimately they're going up against 4 alive and healthy Tactical Nerds, and Toxin approaches the short corner quickly. Fed almost finds the kill, but Toxin connects with the last headshot in their revolver, and Tactical Nerds go up 2-0 in map 2. A clean opening for them, and they set themselves up nicely. Ooh, an interesting Oro buy is coming in from Pure VATO LOCO. PURO, I've been saying PURO. PURO? Who knows, dude? I'm not. You know. I can only speak English. But I do appreciate that we do have a global community that plays this game and plays in the VRML, and it's really great to see teams of varying regions. Ultimately, Tactical Nerds are a little bit too tactical for Pure VATO LOCO to break through so far. I think a B approach is very risky. 1CU obviously here and waiting, and almost finds the first kill over the top onto Ivan. Pops out and looks for more, and Riarpa is going to open up with a kill there. XV is going to take the charge of defending. N-Dog also here. Everyone thirsty for kills on Tactical Nerds. And there's several opportunities here. 1, 2, 3. No, Ivan shuts it down before N-Dog can cut the team down. 3v3. Ivan's low on HP. And Fed now alone. Not alone, but, well, Virus now alone. They made their way all the way into B, but there's no EMP in hand. XV just pushes out past them. Virus doesn't want to spring the trap yet. But there's too many on the attack with Toxin here, distracting with the footsteps on the other side while the rest of the team pushes in and finds the final kill. Tactical Nerds running away with the momentum, 3-0. Ooh, and yeah, Pure VATO LOCO are feeling the pressure right now. Round 4. Going into some light SMG buys. They can do this because they will get 2,000 on a loss, which puts them at enough to buy into Vezins for at least Virus and Ivans. Everyone else going a little heavy. Incendiary nades coming through from Adrian. And I'm continue to be impressed by the ability for this game to really have such big disparities in the scores. And for there to be such a wide skill range within the VRML. I suppose that's what happens when you have 98 teams playing in your first 3 weeks of the season, but you could kick things off with a bit of heat. Virus trying to get the headshots connected there, almost finds the kill, but Toxin and Wizard Gecko there to shoot. Wizard pushing all the way outside, risking their life. If they stay out here for too long, they can die. Has to make their way back inside past Adrian. They do get shot in the back by Fed. 1CU seeing that now, and it's actually down to 2v2. This could be a pretty big round for PURO VATO LOCO to lock in. You can see 1CU's dropped back. XV's tucked in towards objective, and it's going to come down to how Fed and Adrian push in. Oh, and well, I thought Fed was definitely going down there. They at least have the health syringe to keep their health back up. But they do get a Vezin in hand now. I saw some complaints in chat. Why didn't the Vezin get picked up? Well, here it is, getting scooped up. Both players pushing in. 45 seconds left. Breaching foam goes down. 1CU finds the first kill down the long hallway. Fed's gonna peek it, and 1CU finds the second. Tactical Nerds running away with map 2 up 4-0, and PVL able to at least buy a couple for a couple of their players into full rifles. The Marui and Vezin coming in particular from PURO VATO LOCO. RCPs from the rest of the team, I would imagine maybe an Oral or two. We've seen those getting picked up by the VATO LOCO team. Either that, or we've seen some players ecoing with the other three. So you'd see someone like Fed and Adrian saving their money, and in the event that they lose this round, going into the final one, they at least can buy into a couple of rifles. At this stage, they're full buying. And if they do lose, they'll come out with 2,000, like we talked about earlier, but no more. And 2,000 ultimately doesn't get you a whole lot in the shop. What we're seeing here, especially from Ivans, and this team is I would say a risky bit of passiveness, but it catches them 2 kills out the gate. Fed and Virus shut down Tactical Nerds trying to push, reading very nicely into ultimately what was an over-aggressive play from Tactical Nerds. That's a good adjustment. Very good adjustment from PURO VATO LOCO. Yeah, that was very nice. About to criticize this passive way of waiting on the outside can be risky because players get aggressive and will pop out of the windows and look for fights. But they clearly were aware of that potential threat. And again, good reads coming in from this PURO VATO LOCO team. If you are just stopping by and enjoying the action, we do appreciate you. Please do hit that subscribe button. I do see a new sub coming in. I do appreciate that. Subscribing will definitely help you be aware of all of the streams that we do have on this channel throughout the course of a week. A lot of different casters jumping into the casting team and putting on very good shows for a lot of different teams. We have tons of teams playing in the league, so varying different skill ranges and ultimately some pretty solid matches that we got to tune into so far in Week 4. Already thinking about Week 5. Obviously, it's Sunday. And maybe Ivans was thinking about Week 5 and not focusing on the stairwell. Wizard pops out to find a kill, scoops up a second. It's one way to even the odds. Utility was coming in, but Adrian shuts that down. Now it's just 1CU and XV. We have a couple of static emitters planted. And with 35 seconds left, they may actually win on time. Pure VATO LOCO got to move. It's why we're seeing the suppressive fire coming through the walls, because they're assuming that this breaching foam's coming down and that the breach is coming soon. There it is. Still, those static emitters down. Flash comes through, one over the top, but a 1-for-1 trade. Fed trying to push through the emitter. They go down. EMP down. Where is VRML? They're outside. And with 10 seconds left, it's going to be the round 5 into the hands of Tactical Nerds, Pure VATO LOCO. Saving, if anything, VRML grabbing a rifle, and it's actually the smart choice. They need something going into this last round 6. They need somebody to have a good gun. A meta gun, should I say. Yeah, Adrian just out of... No, they can afford it. They can buy into a Vezin and their team can equip. So they can get 2 Vezins. And yeah, everyone else could buy into RCPs, Omens, whatever they want on the SMG side. Oral. Cadillo. On the other side, for Tactical Nerds, though, fully equipped and ready to go. Static emitters, everything coming down. A lot of trading and back and forth going on here with sharing of cash and attachments. But it's the last round before we swap sides. Pure VATO LOCO definitely want to secure this one. If they don't, the best they can do is tie map 2. If they do secure it, they have a chance at putting up a couple of defensive rounds and taking map 2. RCP over the top towards N-Dog. Virus catches a kill on stairs towards A. Wizard is waiting. Actually, that was bottom floor. Toxin getting a little over-aggressive. Oh, I guess as aggressive as they should, being up 5-0. Side A opened up. Fed's going to dare to make their way in. Connect with Virus, push Wizard. That would be a nice play. They would need Ivans over the top through the window. That would be the 1-2-3 punch. Not so easy to coordinate. And ultimately sitting out that window will cost you your life. Gecko just pops out to slam the headshots. Almost goes down, but doesn't. And it's 4v4. Yarpa and Virus alone in a 1v3. Oh, and Rarpa can't connect that second shot they needed on the shoulder. Virus did scoop up a Vezin at some point here. But Wizard has tucked into the short corner. And they're going to spring the trap to win round 6. We swap sides, reset economies, and go to a pistol round. And a big one for Pure VATO LOCO. They'll need to lock this in and every round going forward, again, just to secure a tie. A lot of utility going into this door. Really trying to shut down the team entering in from that side. And let's see if Tactical Nerds are sticking to the MO, sticking together. Virus is here waiting. Finds Gecko, is quickly refragged by 1CU nicely. A 1-for-1. Breach the door. I don't think they needed to breach. This one, however, certainly did. Opens up A. The push comes in. 1-2 go down. Plant coming in just in case they don't win this pistol exchange. Adrian fed. Both find kills, but a quick refrag from 1CU puts us into a 1v1. One CU locks in the final pistol round to lock in the series win for their team. And it goes to Tactical Nerds. And map number 2. A clean 7-0. At this stage, they are certainly running away with the momentum, so I don't... I'm not terribly surprised. This team very in sync on their plays. And if anything, I think PURO VATO LOCO can get a lot of good learning experience from this. Maybe try and figure out what their weak points were, because they are going up against a very solid defense. And also obviously assess what works well for a team like Tactical Nerds, because they are so far really overwhelming PURO VATO LOCO on the attacks. But I say that knowing that we've had a lot of like 1v1s. We really have. And so maybe it's almost just a matter of clutching those final moments that would separate us from a widely different scoreline. Either way, a hard-fought map 2 for PURO VATO LOCO. I'll go ahead and let them know they can fire up map 3 whenever all the teams are ready. And there it is, map 3 on Skyscraper, with PURO VATO LOCO on defense to start things off and Tactical Nerds on attack. This could be fast. Considering what we've seen from teams that can execute well as a team on a map like this, you really can, again, overwhelm an objective quite effectively, sticking together. I see some comments in chat, and yeah, one thing we aren't seeing from PURO VATO LOCO is really a whole lot of economy management. I think some teams at a high level in particular really do a lot to micromanage the economy, meaning that they'll have some players saving money and buying light and others not. They'll certain guns for certain plays, for certain pushes. There's a lot of thought that goes into the buy phase for some of these teams, and Tactical Nerds not wanting a lot of thought to go into the minds of PURO, VATO, LOCO on round-to-round basis because they are already set up for the double breach. Instantly, Adrian goes down. A beautiful coordination to hit both walls, and they're flying in through B. Tactical Nerd rotating around the backside just in case the flank's coming in from the top floor, and it is. Ivan's here. They find one, find two. And over-aggressive. Tactical Nerds pushing out of objective that they've taken control of. I think they threw the EMP at their opponent up there. Yeah, they did. Maybe that's why. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they drove the EMP up there. I'm not sure, but maybe it was down and they had to go back up to try and take it. I can't tell. Virus finds a kill, though, and this could be a round into PURO, VATO, LOCO to kick off a Skyscraper. It would be a nice defensive start. Minute 17 left for XV to do some work. The first time they've really been pressured, and a lot of, I mean, you know, more than 7 rounds. A very nice ultimate retake there. And that flank, in particular, the double kill from Ivan's very big. They're now holding the EMP like they should, and they don't pop up for the double headshot. XV finds the kill. And fakes a retreat, rotates back around, doesn't pick up the health syringe, and continues to push into B. They're going to look for the plant here. Yep. A hard spot to defend from. Maybe they can from the hatch. Ooh, but Virus has rotated back into B. Yeah, that's a smart move. Get outside. Still, vaulting takes some time. If you bait the EMP defuse. There's the vault. See, the vault. Not ideal. Especially when Virus knew they were outside. A beautiful hold, ultimately, from PURO, VATO, LOCO on the defensive round. Their pistol round going into theirs, and their first time that they've been in the lead. Up 1-0 on map 3. Took them a little bit to get the old engines running, but they do. A couple of their players can buy full buy into rifles. Actually, 4 out of the 5 can off of that round. Adrian's still not buying in. A little bit of face-to-face communication going on. Really getting the message clearly into the brains of their teammates. Tactical Nerds. Still, though, down 1-0. The first time they've been down, I expect a, again, coordinated entry. Look at that. Everyone's synced up, pushing in the hatch drop while everyone gets down to the floor. XV on the backside. Ivans finds kills right away, holding the outside of the lobby space. Ooh, 1CU lands a beautiful long-range nade that bounces around. Virus pushing the stairs, catches one, looking for another with Endog here. Oh, and N-Dog with the headshots. Gets a big kill. Should rotate back to scoop up that gun, but doesn't. XV on the bottom floor. N-Dog using the health syringe, so they'll be back up to health. And Tactical Nerds keeping things alive. 3v3. B well defended. And A managed by Adrian. Not even really inside the objective space, though, but they do have it under control. They won't be challenged anytime soon. As you can see, the setup is focused around B. Fed is tucked in here. Can't get anyone over the top, and everyone's alive and inside. The plant's down, and Adrian with a Omen has to retake. Here's one. How aggressive will this team get? 1CU over the top has a beautiful angle here. Adrian's not quite ready for it. N-Dog pushing around behind him. The pressure is on. They get the heal off, but not before 1CU pinches in. And a nice 1-2 punch. Second round into the hands of Tactical Nerds. Into the buy phase, and we do see everyone able to full buy into rifles. On the other side, only a couple able to pick up the ideal weapons on the defensive end. Solid setup for the Tactical Nerds and PURO, VATO, LOCO. Again, fighting hard. I mean, honestly, you look at the KDs, you see Ivan's 4-2, Virus 3-1. You know, they are finding kills and making this a challenge for Tactical Nerds, but Tactical Nerds continue to execute well. I think they're managing their economy just a little bit better, and ultimately that enables them. Another synchronized entry onto B. Rotating around, and Virus finds the first kill. Breach is here, and Virus trying to fend off N-Dog, can't. Fed, blind firing through the wall, scoops up one. And now 1CU's alone in a 1v1 as they scooped up Riarpa. Right after picking up the Vezin. They're going to look for more, and they will catch more. A double kill for 1CU. And round number 3 into their pockets. Tried out a new angle there. Let me know what you thought in chat. Kind of have to cheese it by going into the building wall, but get a little bit better, a little top-down perspective. A feature we hope to actually have in the spectating client at some point, but that's TB. That's a request we're going to be submitting. If right now I could cut off the top floor and just see, we could see top down through the walls, the very bottom floor, essentially like this. It would be a very cool way for us to watch the setups. Technology is practically there. Tactical Nerds, look at this. The full 5 swing coming in, and they're going to be blasting into Adrian, who fortunately is tucked in to be a little bit more. Utility right through to push things off. The breach in, and 3 going down. Team kills. Oh no, 1CU hitting their own team. Zendog barrels in for a kill, looking for more over the top, but no one's home inside of A. Ivans does push back in, takes shots over the top, and will find the kill. Toxin gets rid of the audio transmitter. Ivans pushes in. A nice headshot from Toxin. They pop back out for Virus and can't connect. Does Virus know they're the last one alive? They do now. They'll rotate around to the EMP. Defuse that, and we're tied 2-2 in map 3. Pheasant in hand. PURO, VATO, LOCO. A big round. Came at a cost. All of that utility gone, but 2,500 into the pocket. And everyone able to full buy on the side of PURO. After a 2-0 deficit, it certainly is a solid comeback. And again, this team, they've come so close on those moments. It's not surprising that they are able to win rounds up against this Tactical Nerds. Hideout, if anything, seems like an anomaly at this stage. And maybe Tactical Nerds not really feeling like taking the risk they have been. I don't think the full 5-player swing in is necessarily the ideal strategy. Fed is especially here, ready and waiting. Imagine if they had put a trip mine on that window, or a door blocker. Fed's here, though. Breach is coming. And they're in. One kill over the top. Nade bouncing over. Endog not able to swing in time. And Adrian catches a couple of beautiful kills on the defense. XV pushing through. A third. Fourth. Can't find the fifth. Finally goes down to Wizard. He's made it inside the bathroom. One v3 getting pushed on their side and not aware of Virus, but they check just in case, and they catch Virus trying to swing. No health syringe available. Don't believe there's one on the ground for them to pick. Oh, there is, and they get it. No, that's not a health syringe. They quickly grabbed the active stealth. Ooh, a nade on the floor there they could scoop up. Believe that gets called out, and they do rotate back around to get it. Not an ideal toss. But there's plenty of time for them to work with. 2 minutes on the clock. They missed the detonate. And they can't find Ivans through the shrubs. Ivans pops up for the kill. PURO, VATO, LOCO want to take the third map. We play all maps out, even in the best-of-3 series, because at the end of the day, the amount of rounds, won or lost, determines how much you go up or down in rank for your complete series win. So right now, Tactical Nerds are giving points to their opponent. That means their opponent is going to go down less in rank, and they will go up less in rank. The idea being that it encourages you to play all 3 maps focused and to the best of your ability, no matter how well you played in the first 2. PURO, VATO, LOCO, great to see them continuing to stay focused. And frankly, they've been locked in the whole series. They just couldn't get it together on Hideout. They fought well on Factory. A lot of 1v1s there, and a lot of 1v1s on Hideout too. 1v1s here, and ultimately, they've won a couple of them. Up 3-2 now, looking to take this 4-2 and rotate in to our reset for round 7. And look at this. This is a little more focused coming in from Tactical Nerds. The drone leading them in, making sure things are clear. They've had enough of getting caught out early in their breaches and their entries. They're staying too tight, so they're spread out a little bit. And it's just a little bit more of a focused Tactical Nerds squad here for this last round. That is here. 2 is too many. He follows up, and the doors are wide open. Made their way into A. Virus alone in a 1v4, the roamer. Maybe able to roam into a kill onto N-Dog. Does. Has to continue to roam, though, because that ping is coming in heavily. They know right where Virus is. They can pop the door blocker. Actually, spring the trap on a Gecko, but Gecko's just on the other side of the door. A big 3-3 clutch up for Tactical Nerds, and we swap sides. Reset economy, and are essentially at a fresh map 3 for 6 more rounds. Could be as little as 4 if PURO, VATO, LOCO can orchestrate that, or Tactical Nerds can, but we've seen a solid fighting back and forth, and I don't imagine that changes. Unless we really do see some solid attacks coming in from VATO, LOCO, because I do feel like a map like Skyscraper actually does lend itself to the sort of spread out strategy that they have been deploying. Patient and waiting, Tactical Nerds. Set up on the window. Nade comes in, doesn't go all the way they need it to. Oh, and one CU just popping forward, catches Riarpa crossing the window. Ivan's still fighting XV in the corner. A nice hold on A. And ultimately it's just XV and Wizard left alive on defense. Actually, where is the third? Where is Toxin? Oh, they're rotating around back towards A. Wizard not ready for 2 to be here. Ivan shuts down them getting over aggressive on Fed on the rotation. They find another kill. Toxin catches 1 headshot. Needs to get the body shot here onto Avenge. Does. Looking for the last one onto Ivans through the window. A 1v1. Ivan's EMP in hand says, I'm going to get the 200 into our pocket. Knowing the defensive position of Toxin, rotates, but Toxin, reading this, tries to catch the headshot over the top. Gets forced off, and Ivans backs off. What is the choice here? Oh, that's the choice. The EMP plant coming in. Toxin's going to rotate. They're going to find the head. No, Ivan's able to vault through. Oh, and a good flash. Not a good flash. They're still unflashed. Ivan's continues to bounce back and forth. Toxin tries to peek out. Incredibly aggressive. PURO, VATO, LOCO catching the final kill they need, and that's 4-3. Again, a lot of 1v1s. It's what we've been seeing all series. And PURO, VATO, LOCO have won 4 of them, basically. Every round they've got has been hard fought. Which is to say, hats off to the defending team, but we're very clearly seeing the matchup here. The breaching plan for PURO, VATO, LOCO is the question. If it's this window, It's going to be right into 2 defenders waiting. Endog almost dies on the just pushing back away from it. Nade comes through but catches no one, and Gecko is tucked in. 1CU on that bottom floor catches a kill as they try and push through both windows here. There's the first kill. Adrian tries to get the second and can't. Wizard shuts that down. Fed's gonna climb their way up for their chance at it. And Toxin on a rotation down to the bottom floor. Fed pops up, catches Wizard. Riarpa's in and Toxin's here. Oh, bouncing back and forth. They're going to get up close and personal, and Riarpa's going to shut that down. XV alone now is Fed. Looks to put PURO VATO LOCO up 5-3, 2 away from taking the series. .58 seconds on the clock. XV holding down what is going to seem to be the breaching point for this PURO PVL team. There's one door open. There's 2. XV catches 1. Fed pushing in. Can't get the second, and they were going to get pinched by Riarpa as well. But a beautiful push in. PURO VATO LOCO starting to sync up here on map 3. Playing much better, in my opinion. Maybe not better, but just locking it in those final moments of the rounds versus letting go advantages 5-3 that they have. It's I don't know, more focused is the right word, but they are just getting they're clutching those moments, those big moments at the end. It makes for a good solid series, and a shout out to everyone tuning in and enjoying the action here this afternoon. If you are new, please do hit that subscribe button. I'd love to see you come back for more VRML Breachers action. You've got everything you need here, from channel points in YouTube to vote on matches and eventually redeem those points for rewards. You got past matches you can watch, tune into the past live broadcast, and you can catch the action live on X Stadium on the weekends. Last 4 weekends we broadcast these matches live Saturday and Sunday to the X Stadium platform. You should check it out if you haven't already. Full spread coming through, though. And the first kill coming in, XV from the long side. Looks like Wizard. Yeah, they can't actually push up those stairs. It's blocked off. The nade. Oh, a static emitter. And a nade. Wow, they're really getting aggressive on the potential of Fed pushing down through this vent. It all is a little bit late. And ultimately, what is Fed going to do with the static emitter here in front of them? Yeah, it's going to be a deterrent. PURO VATO LOCO having a tougher time cracking this eggshell. They find themselves back at their spawn. Maybe reconnecting with Riarpa, wondering what the heck they got to do. Unfortunately, they don't push this side because 1CU's ready and waiting. But so is N-Dog on the other end. They're not ready for multiple, though. They catch the first kill and then start to rotate off. Toxin is here on the short corner, though. They're going to spring a similar trap, and they do. Another goes down, and there's one more here on the stairs. It's Riarpa. Finally, Tactical Nerds putting one on the board and preventing what was a runaway train from PURO VATO LOCO. They'll also get a couple of rifles from their troubles, and ultimately they'll be ready to set up nicely for defense on round 10. See, the question in chat is there going to be a Breacher's Twitch? At the moment, no. The ability for us to multicast and go live to multiple platforms is valuable to us, and we want to be able to continue to do that. So we can't do that if we do go to Twitch. We've also honestly enjoyed YouTube a lot more. For what we're doing with multiple streams, multiple broadcasts, promoting VODs, all that kind of stuff, it just works better. We have a much cleaner system with event managing and notifying you of when streams are coming, and ultimately it has been, I've spent a lot of time, years of experience on other platforms, and going live to both X Stadium and YouTube has been very easy in comparison to previous in comparison to Twitch or other platforms we've tried. But we'll, ultimately, we'll take the community pulse. We'll put out a feedback form at the end of the preseason. We'll see what everybody liked and disliked about the preseason and make changes so that season 1 is exactly what people want. At the end of the day, maybe that means we do send some streams to Twitch. We'll find out. For now, we're into the action on YouTube and X Stadium, and into the action indeed. As two go down trying to push through this window. Tactical Nerds getting aggressive again, flying out of the windows. Virus and Adrian picking apart Tactical Nerds. Makes it a 2v2, and now N-Dog does not know Virus is right here on the other side. And Virus will find another kill. The Cyclone paying dividends. Tactical Nerds giving rounds to PURO VATO LOCO by getting too aggressive. XV is alone with an RCP on objective now, and is going to be waiting for this team to push in. Looks like it could be a hatch play. They have breaching foam. Oh, they're going to breach B, then A. Trying to throw off XV, but they're both down inside, and XV goes down. A nice play from PURO VATO LOCO. The B breach totally drew. Oh, I think XV over to that hatch. And then the second hatch goes. They're able to get down and set up for what ultimately was XV trying to retake. One round away from PURO VATO LOCO putting a map on the board. And in a world where they've only lost a couple of matches and they played so many. Or played so few, actually. Tactical Nerds have only played 3. They really do want to minimize the damage done here on their second loss in the season. Either way, they have, again, in my opinion, fought very well against Tactical Nerds and, again, are close to taking this third map. So Who knows what would have happened on those factory rounds when it did come down 1-1. We could have had a much closer map 1, but map 2 really was in Tactical Nerds' control. It's impressive to see PURO, VATO, LOCO sticking it through here for map 3, though. Ultimately, only 2 rounds left. And Tactical Nerds can only tie this map. They can't even win their 3rd map in the series. They've already got the first 2, so it's not the end of the world, but... Just waiting for this rotation, this push to come through. PVL are playing it slow, utilizing that drone to lead their way in first, trying to identify positions, and then pushing in, opening up doors, hatches. Just preparing the B entry. Oh, and look at this. Toxin is out here on 2nd floor. Has caught Ivans. Adrian pops out to find the refrag nicely. No more roaming from Tactical Nerds. So far, no real pressure towards A. Wonder what the play is from this team. Maybe a... Well, it seems to be an A hatch play. They're already inside. EMP plant's coming down. XV unaware that there's one over here, that the hatch was even open. They do pop up for the double, though. And as they try and make their way through, PURO, VATO, LOCO not having a successful... Oh, there's one, can't get the double. Time ends. They do not get the plant ultimately either, and it's 5-6. Tactical Nerds trying to tie up map 3. What are we looking at economy-wise? Ooh. Well, they should be able to full buy. They can get 2 rifles apiece. Oh, no, they can't full buy. Yikes. 2 rifles and the rest of the team saving or not saving because it's the last round. On Tactical Nerds, what do they have? 3 rifles. An oral, so 4. But 3 Vezens. RCPs, Vipers, and Omens coming in for the rest of the squad. And our last objective... Same one we were just at? I think it is. No. It's the bottom floor. I do believe there is a hatch play available, and that's what Toxin is roaming around here defending from. Someone was tossing their gun and they tossed it up into the corner. And they can't vault up there to knock it down. And they can't reach up there to get it. Tactical Nerds. Oh, no. XP. Down to just a bit. I mean, once you could buy into an SMG at least. Twin Toxins right here. They pop out. Not in time to catch Adriange. Garpa, though, they will get. Almost Adriange over the top, but not quite there. Flash on to B, and yeah, they're going to move in. Catch one, catch two. Wizard on the retake. Gets one. Can't get Adriange, who is shutting down the Tactical Nerds. It's a 2v1 with Toxin getting pinged heavily. Their location known, and Adriange on a rotation back towards A. They'll connect with their team and get the plant on A. PURO, VATO, LOCO want to take this map. Oh, the health syringe does not do enough for the headshots as Virus locks in the final kill. And for the first time in the series, PURO, VATO, LOCO are the ones that take the round win. That's the series in the books. Shout out to everyone tuning in and enjoying the action here this afternoon. It was a solid best of three and ultimately a fun one to tune into. Quick gander at the stats: 13 and 8 from 1CU, 10 and 10 from Toxin, 15 and 10 from Adrian, really clutching it up in that last round. And a fun one to tune into here this afternoon. I do appreciate everybody that stopped by, whether you're on YouTube or X Stadium. We do hope to see you again another time, so please do hit that subscribe button. Also, shout out to our sponsors, ProTube VR, offering fantastic stock mounts that stabilize your aim in-game. HyperX with the Quadcast S, the Cloud 2s, now Cloud 3s, offering fantastic quality. Highly recommend you pick up the HyperX product line. I've been using them for years now, and they have been durable and worked well the entire time I've had them. Also, Triangle Factory supporting the VRML and bringing you the Breachers preseason and Season 1. We really do appreciate their support. Season 1, definitely something to look forward to. That's when the prize pool gets announced. That's when you see prizes coming in from our sponsors. We're hopeful to add more sponsors going forward here as well. And so a lot to look forward to with the Breachers VRML preseason and Season 1 just getting started. Week 5 coming up next week. Do be sure to tune in for more live games because there will be. But until then, my name's Ben Nightfire. You stay classy.
Preseason of VRML Breachers is brought to you by Triangle Factory, HyperX, Asterion Products, VR Cover, Arma.gg, Kiwi Design, and VRware.net.